Alright guys, we're back with the group. Now we're taking this envelope over here. Crystal's paranoid now because she's like, they're all going to run into it. Over there to Luann. And I put, Luann, please take a phone video and send it to my phone. Of course, Crystal didn't write the phone number on there, so Luann is not going to know. Crystal, you're going to have to go, just go get a pen out of there. How should you know what my number is? Frisbee. Oh, never mind. I think I got a pen in here. Conveniently, the Kelly character has a pen on her. We didn't know the writers had written that into the script. Remember, the Kelly character is under the illusion that the show is being written by somebody. Anyway, so I'm still super excited about the Dave thing. But poor Dave. I'm sure Dave is thinking, oh my God, this woman is going to win first place. All right, page that pitbull. Checkers! Now I'm going to have to do a Skype episode. I don't think I could do it. I would just be, blah, 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 blah. I wouldn't be able to talk. Good girl. Plus, I don't want to do that to Dave. I mean, this poor guy. I've already bugged him to death on Facebook. In fact, if I do win, no, stop it. Let's just say I wouldn't be surprised if he goes on there and tells the assistant sick or something. Or that, no, this will be it. The computer broke. He's not going to be able to do it. I wouldn't blame him. I don't know why I'm like this with this man. I'm not, Billy Joe Armstrong does not have that effect on me. And in that video, Bullet in the Bible, page that pitbull. Checkers! I mean, Billy Joe Armstrong is probably the most gorgeous man alive in that video. But Axl Rose was the most gorgeous man alive in Sweet Child of Mine. And well, look at it. Some guys get better looking when they get older. Dave is definitely cuter now than when he was 20. And so is Brad Pitt. I mean, Brad Pitt is cuter now than when he was in Thelma and Louise. Alright, so we're just working on doing our recall, and I'm making Crystal, because we've got so many of them. Crystal's got Andre, and she's my remote butler. Uh-oh, where's the envelope? Oh, I just dropped it. Eli. Making Eli stay with me by giving her chicken. Anyway, so that's the dilemma. In fact, I think I'll email Chuck and tell him to tell Dave, don't worry, if I win, I'm not going to make him do the Skype. I don't even know why he would want to do that. It'd just be so awkward. I'm perfectly fine living my life just watching Dave on YouTube. OMG! I don't need to have Dave on Skype, even though that would be a good episode. It would tie into the show. Which we're always, then the episode could be called Time to Talk to Dave. I wouldn't be able to talk, though, I'm telling you. I'm going to find that episode on YouTube where Roz was just, this guy was insanely good looking. And she's getting talk. All right, come on, let's go back here and put this back here from the van. But the ones we have to watch are Bailing. Tyson is actually, come on Eli. Eli's actually coming. All right, so Mike, I do have Tyson eating the chicken today. So you guys may have to pay some money to go get the chicken. Tyson, he whips right around all the time. So see how we went, and that's what we want. I'm not going to discourage that in any way. Andre! Anyway, Eli is Andre's father, which honestly they don't look alike at all. Andre looks, oh, Elijah. Let me see if Eli speaks. Eli, keep it out. Keep it out. Nope, I can already tell by the look on his face he's not going to do it. All right, come on. Be careful letting Bailey get behind you. Anyway, you guys at all at home should all be doing this at least a couple days a week. I really hope Luann makes this video because then it'll tie into the show. new character in the show will be the deer. All right, we're missing somebody. Where's that pit bull? Never mind. Where's the pit bull? Anyway, I'm trying to get this husky. Do you have my phone?
Yes.
I'm trying to get this husky that looks exactly like Scarlet. Hopefully Ann takes that whole weekend. Not that it's her responsibility. Because Andre and Checker snuck over there the other day. There's a hole over here somewhere.
Right there. Yeah. Sort of. Jeez.
Jungle survival? Remember you guys, I was telling you that one time there was a rat over there. We were screaming, I'll call her later. We were screaming bloody murder. But one time, I didn't tell you guys about this. Where's Crystal at?
Over here.
One time, Mark had this horse that he gave me that they had gotten for free. I can't remember what the story was. It was some rescue or something horse. That's when I still had Noble. So, I'm going to wait till those can start moving away. So, they gave me the horse. Hey to Andre for me. Andre! Right, there goes Bailey into the bushes. Oh, and so he appears. Anyway, so I had the horse for like 15 minutes. It jumped the fence. Yep. Andre! Waited till I had all the dogs out or something, and it jumped the fence and it was running around the yard. The dogs were all chasing me around. It was screaming bloody murder, trying to catch this thing because I think it couldn't be caught or something. So finally I caught it, and I had to walk out that way because that was the only way to get over to Mark's. So I had to walk out that way, out the road, and take it back over to their house, and they were all over there. And I'm like, didn't you guys hear me yelling and screaming over there? Because I'm trying to get the dogs away, and I was, no, they heard nothing. They heard nothing. That was a long time ago. Dog's attitude. Tyson is very inhibited around the other dogs, though. Like, take that pit bull. Checkers! And so she appears. See, now Tyson's interested in the chicken. Now you can see there's a difference. And I'm just going to tell you, Mike, they're not going to be interested in carrots. I say that, I could be completely wrong. Remind me tomorrow we're going and getting carrots. It's the character, not me. The character believes it won't like carrots. I paid that pit bull. Checkers! Disappearing into those bushes over there. There's one thing we don't like, it's a disappearing pit bull. All right, look, I got... Oh, that's Parker. Now, these two need to venture off. Usually when you kind of get up to a little area like this, they'll kind of carry on, they'll follow the path. Bailey seems to like to lurk around in the bushes up there. Look at him. Oh, he's a little lurker, that one. Yeah, because he can just knock the bushes down. Yeah, they do seem to stay with us fairly well, though. All right, let's go, because they're usually trying to kind of carry ahead and go with the other dogs. These two. Bailey! All right, you need to page that pit bull. Checkers! Andre, too. Oh, you know what? Bailey! I think they're playing the game called Let's Chase You. All right, you need to be careful when they're doing this too, you guys, though, because that's when they... if you happen to be in the way, well, whatever. Anyway, right after we get done with this too, we're going to do some of the Leaping Labrador videos. Those are my favorite. So anyway, Frisbee. You saw what happened right there. Sling. And if you guys remember, this is the dog that had the, and you can see this one's starting to get motivated by the food. And so what I'm going to do, what you've got to do, you guys, in the beginning with it, is just give them the food. I'm not going to make it all conditional. Sit, do all these things. Ay, ay, ay. Eli's actually staying with us. Only because I'm giving him food. Normally he just goes back to the house without us. Anyway, I want to try to get some pictures. It would be cute if we could get Eli, Andre, and Solo together. This plus this equals this. But Andre definitely has more of a show dog look because he's got that black mask and everything. But I mean, Eli obviously throws that, but he doesn't have it. There's actually a genetic test for a black mask and a German Shepherd. Chris was like, I learn something new every day. This is love and life because she's not getting yelled at. One, because we found the collar, and two, because Dave's having to stage it. I'm telling you, I told Dave a long time ago to do it. I swear to God, I was trying to figure out a way to email Chuck without being annoying and tell him to tell Dave to do it. Bailey? Bailey's gotten quite filthy. Uh-oh. Oh no, how am I out of treats? If you can see the difference in Tyson's attitude, Mike, and that's, again, attitude is everything. All through. Some of you are going to have to get these boring treats. Bailey? Good boy. And Bailey, I do think they had a collar and had maybe done some conditioning with him before. Kind of rides his head to the side when he just feels the pace. Now, I'm trying to get that pit bull leaping, because that pit bull leaping. Tyson? Good. I want to make things very unconditional. He's got his mind on, oh, Andre. For him, that's a big step, Mike, because we've got to have them motivated by food. You can override, it's sort of like dogs that are gun shy. You can override gun shyness if the dog has drive. It can be motivated by something. So you can override fear biting with the dog. If it's got drive, if you can build that drive up. All right, what's going on? So that they've got something else to focus on. It's not a dynamic where we're going to just correct him and do all these things. It's the opposite of that. This Frisbee, he's a heck of a dog now. I hope you saw all those compliments he was getting yesterday, George. It was unbelievable. People just are not used to seeing a really good quality lab like that. And we still got to email that lady, Rosie, too, because if she wanted that dog, we could start training him for a service dog, because she likes a great big dog. She's tiny, but I'm telling you, we'd have to train him all summer. Frisbee! See what happened right there. Sling. Yeah, this has turned out to be a real nice dog, George, so I'm glad you hung with it. But honestly, after this dog, I'm even more annoyed with the invisible fence people than I was before, because I was already annoyed with them. Because that's their methodology. Set up this boundary and drag the dog towards it. I mean, There is no, you see how once the character goes into that mode, she's just, There's no collar conditioning program that involves that, anything even close to that. Time to fetch. Oh, Tyson comes to life then. Oh, I wouldn't do that if I were you, Parker. Right, get that pit bull, get that pit bull. Checkers! Tyson doesn't really seem to fetch so much. He kind of seems to not be really, seems to not really follow through. Well, but it doesn't really matter because they kind of work as a team. He goes and gets it, and then Andre finishes the job. But you know, when you have a dog that's a fear biter like that, that's kind of, you know, that way with other dogs too, you really start out using other dogs to help condition them. Andre, no, it's fine. Oh, Crystal wanted to pay to Andre.
No.
Oh, I'm turning her into a real trainer. She's very interested in the training. She watches the videos when she goes home. Who does that? She's very interested in the video of that psycho guy yesterday. That guy has all kinds of issues. I'm telling you. Wait and see, you guys. They'll find out. It'll be in the newspaper. Not that I read the paper, so I won't see it. But, you know, this guy's wanted in some other state or something. What grown man does nothing but sit around on a bench by Publix all day? I'll tell you who. One that's wanted for God knows what. Anyway, guys, we're going to be right back with Leaping Labradors.